Welcome to Fostoke Channel.
The Three Ants. A swarm of ants left their colony early to search for food and put in storage for the coming winter days. But 3 ants were late to join the swarm of ants. The ant wore a green cap of grape leaves on her head and said, "Good morning. What do you think of my hat?" She put her hands on her head and modeled it and showed it off. And she added,
I did it last night. This is the reason I am late to join the rest of the ants.
The second ant, who was wearing a bracelet and a necklace of green pine leaves, looked and said,
Really beautiful. And it is clear that you got really tired while working on it. I was also late yesterday, as I was working on a bracelet and necklace.
She flaunted the bracelet and necklace and showed it to her friends. The 2 looked at their third friend and said to her,
And you? What's your reason for being late?
The third ant said, putting her hand over her mouth to suppress her yawn,
I was taking care of my sick friend. I didn't leave her until she got better. Unfortunately, by that time, it was already dawn. You are a kind ant.
Then each ant began to ask each other,
What should we do now? Why don't we each head in a different direction and then meet at this place after we have gathered the supplies? Good. Do you agree, Lily?
Why don't we all go together?
This is better. We can help each other and not be late. No, on the contrary, Lily. It's better for each one of us to go in a different direction so that each of us can bring a different food. We think that our opinion is the strongest, and we will meet in the front of the dwelling before sunset.
The kind ant, Lily, succumbed to their opinion, and each went in a different direction. The ant in the hat walked east. As she was walking, she found a heap of wheat. She got very happy and said to herself,
The food here is a lot. I will collect it all. I am sure that the queen will be happy about this, and she will draw near to me. The only problem is I cannot carry more than 1 grain at the same time. I have to go and come back several times. This will hold me back, and I will not be able to collect them all before sunset. I must think of a way to carry them all at once.
She thought a great deal and reprimanded herself, saying,
I wish I had the advice of the kind ant. The 3 of us could have cooperated in carrying these grains. Now I must carry them one by one.
As for the ant with the bracelet and necklace, she went westward looking for food. After several steps, she found sugar crystals shining under the sun and jumped with joy. She said,
This food will make the queen happy and will bring me closer to her. I will collect it all at once, but how can I carry it all?
She began to think. She thought and she thought, but she did not find a way. She said to herself,
If the 3 of us were together, we would have cooperated in carrying those crystals. What's the use in talking now? I will move them by myself, one by one.
I am very tired, but I have to do my job. She staggered, looking right and left, until she reached her goal. She found a pile of breadcrumbs. She said with a smile,
These crumbs may be too big for me, but I will do the impossible to move them. They are useful food for ants and will be enough for our group of ants for a long time. Our empty storages will surely be filled.
The happiness and joy in the ant made her forget the tiredness and fatigue she was feeling.
Oh, if my friends had listened to my advice and come with me, we would have helped each other to carry the bread.
She wanted to call her friends, but she didn't know where they went, and she knew she would be late if she went to look for them. She was also worried that if she went to find them, the food would disappear, and she wouldn't find it again.
I will find a way. I have to think and make use what is around me.
She looked around and she saw a small toy under a tree branch. She examined it carefully and found that it moved easily because it had wheels.
I found it! I will put all the crumbs in this toy and then pull it. But how?
She looked around and thought. She jumped with joy again and said,
I found it! Yes, I found it! The branches of this stretched plant will certainly benefit me. I will put the first end in the toy's hole, and then the second end I will wrap around my stomach and pull it. She began to carry the crumbs of bread and put them inside the cart until it was full. This work took a long time, and she exerted a strenuous effort to complete the work. She started pulling the cart. Whenever she got tired, she stopped a little to take a rest, wiping the sweat from her forehead. As soon as she reached the dwellings of the ants, she fell on the ground from fatigue. She was very tired. She saw through her eyelids, which had fallen on her tired eyes, a group of ants coming to help her. After that, she lost consciousness. The ant opened her eyes and found herself in a green room. She extended her hand and saw that there was a brightly colored bracelet on it. She felt a movement beside her, and she turned her face. She saw the ant in the hat and the ant who was wearing a bracelet sitting on 2 chairs near her bed. The kind ant asked, "Hello, my friend. What happened to me?" The ant with the bracelet and the necklace told her that when she fell to the ground, the nurse ants rescued her and brought her to the intensive care room. "The queen sent you a bouquet of golden corn ears and pine cones filled with grains of sugar." She gave her a box wrapped in raspberry ribbon. Inside it was a card with the queen's crown drawn on it. It was a certificate of appreciation for the kind ant. The ant looked at her and said inquisitively, "Is this the championship trophy?" "You deserve it. Thanks to your creative thinking, you were able to collect a large amount of food that filled the empty storages. Now, my friend, you must rest so you can get up early. This time, we will go together to bring food to fill to the additional storages." They all smiled at each other, and the kind ant fell asleep. As for her 2 friends, each one of them slept on a bed in the green room. They wished each other a good night and fell asleep while smiling.
If you like this story, don't forget to press the like button and